Hello, I'm Roxanne and welcome to my channel, Catholic Homebody. In this video, I will be setting up my new homeschool bullet journal for 2022.
Wish that I could stay, wish for this moment to never go away, but it's all in my mind.
First, here's a quick flip through of my first semester homeschool bullet journal. I didn't add a lot in the beginning of this particular bullet journal, but I will be adding a little bit more spreads in my new one. I also had a few pages that ended up getting scribbled all over from little ones getting hold of my planner. I tried a few different weekly spreads, which was really nice to try out different layouts. I would say that my favorite month setup by far was October's, and I'm so glad that I decided to add pictures throughout my journal just to document our homeschool year, and I will definitely be continuing that. And since we didn't do a lot of school during the month of December, I only wrote everything down by a simple list, and then we had the month of January, and that's it for this bullet journal. I am continuing using a B5 dot grid notebook from Ratassi. This comes in a 2-pack from Amazon for only $20. And first, I'm going to be setting up my index page. The theme I decided to go with for this homeschool bullet journal is a vintage Charlotte Mason-y vibe. And I found this washi tape pack that I felt went perfectly with my theme, so I'll be using this a lot, especially in this initial setup. Next is my key and abbreviation page. I abbreviate all of our curriculum and books that we use, so it's just easier for me to jot down. Sometimes I will forget which abbreviation means what, especially if there's like multiple books with similar titles, and that is why I started creating an abbreviation page so I could keep track of which abbreviations went with what. Next, I'll be adding my grid cheat sheet, and I decided to divide my grid cheat sheet by color this time around just to make it even easier for me to reference. I also decided to add dot spacing to my go-to weekly spread because I always forget exactly how it was that I set it up the previous month, and I totally just blame that on mommy brain. And the way that I have it is the pink numbers is for the girls weekly outline, and the green is for my oldest son Bradley. And this just helps me to again remember like the dot spacing that going down and over, and this I believe would just be a super convenient reference to have. The red marking is for things divided up by quarters, and the yellow is things divided up in thirds. I decided to add an uplifting homeschool quote to this side, so I chose a quote by Magda Gerber, which says, "Childhood is not a race to see how quickly a child can read, write, and count. It is a small window of time to learn and develop at the pace that is right for each individual. Earlier does not equal better." And I just really like this quote. I felt like it was perfect, especially at the start of this second semester. And you can get this along with some other inspiring homeschool quotes. This is part of a printable pack that I offer for free, and I'll have a link to how you can download those in the description box below. Next is my year at a glance spread, and since this is only for the second half of the school year, I only put the next 8 months out, and I plan on ending our current school year at the end of May, early June-ish, but we will be starting the new school year in July since we like to school year round and have the longer breaks during the winter. And I added a quote from Sarah Mackenzie, which says, "What if instead of trying to make the most of our time, we work harder at savoring it?" And I just thought, like, what a perfect quote to add to this page. Then I'm going to have my future log, and I decided to do a Dutch door / mini book style, and I love doing these so much, and I feel like these just add such a fun and unique flair to your bullet journals. This is my website login info page. For any educational websites we use, I'll add our login information here. Next is our general weekly outlines for each kid. My 2 youngest school-age children have the same weekly outline, so that's why there's only 3. And I'm adding some stickers I bought that went with that vintage feel, along with some washi tape. And this was a 320-piece vintage scrapbook sticker set that I got from Amazon for only $10.99. And I absolutely love how this spread came out. The next few pages are going to be my master checklist. I like creating master checklists for all the curriculum and books we use in our homeschool. This first page is going to be the girls' religion checklist, and I'm leaving one side blank because I'm going to be making changes to the religion studies right now. I'm also adding this cute little angel sticker that came in that mega sticker pack. Next is Genevieve's and Avila's Matthew C. checklist. Kateri and Bradley's checklists are in their school folder since they're using teaching textbooks. And I also have the girls' history checklist here. Their language arts checklists are all in the kids' individual folders, and I don't keep that in my homeschool bullet journal. Now I'll be adding my YouTube log. I added this a bit later in my first semester homeschool bullet journal, and I wanted to add it here in the beginning of this new one. Anytime we watch an educational YouTube video, I'll log it here. And this has come in handy since we've been incorporating a lot more videos this year, especially for science. This is going to be my kids' reading log, and I will write down all the books that they read independently in here. And I thought it would be really neat to make this like a little book within my bullet journals, very similar to the future log. And for the cover, I'm adding some black cardstock, and I made this vintage book cover in Canva. I really love how this looks like a real mini little book within my homeschool bullet journal. And for the inside, I wanted to look very similar to those old library checkout cards that you used to see in the back of the books. After putting this little mini reading log book together, I think I want to probably go back and add a back cover, but we'll see if I get around to that. But I think, adding a back cover to this would be really nice. Now I'm adding our family read aloud log. So this is where all the books that we read together as a family will go, and I have the date, title, author, and I like having a little area that I could also have what we as a family rate the book, and I just thought that was like a little fun thing to add to our read aloud log.
Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a like, comment, and please subscribe. I talk about all things home, topics such as DIY home improvement, homemaking, home decor, and homeschooling, such as this video. And please, I would like to know if you're a homeschooling mom, Comment below with how your homeschool year is going so far. I know it's that time of the year where things seem a little stressful or a little chaotic. And so I hope you're all having a wonderful year so far. And I'd love to hear a little update of how your homeschool is going.
Now it's time to set up my monthly spread for February. And going into this, I had no idea how I wanted to decorate this. And this turned out to be a total go with the flow type of thing. And I like how it came out, surprisingly, for having no plan. And it turned out to be one of those spreads that I just kept adding to. So for having no plan, I am pretty happy with how my February monthly spread came out. Lastly, my weekly spreads. And as I had hoped, having that dot spacing for my weekly spreads written down in the grid cheat sheet is actually very helpful already. And for the sake of not totally boring you guys, I only recorded the actual setup of 1 week out of the 4. So I have all 4 week spreads drawn out now, and this first week spread I didn't get too fancy. I decided to just sort of go with my sort of go-to colors, which is a more monochrome black and white sort of scheme along with a little bit of sagey green. I did add this sticker to the corner here, and I had this from a Happy Planner sticker set that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby a while ago. So for this second week, I am adding some more stickers that came in that big sticker pack that I got from Amazon, and I am just using some highlighters that I felt like complemented the stickers that I sort of went with. And this isn't my favorite week spread for February, but I do think it turned out cute. Since this week has St. Valentine's feast day, I added a little St. Valentine doodle, and I also decided to add some cute little Valentine's-y borders and doodles all throughout this spread. I would say this third week is my favorite week spread for February. My last week's spread for February is pretty minimal. I added some more stickers, and I feel like this spread gives more of a vintage romantic vibe. So here is my final flip through of my new 2022 homeschool bullet journal. Overall, I am very happy with the setup, and I look forward to our second half of our homeschool year.
So there's my new homeschool bullet journal for the second semester and for 2022. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you next month when I set up for March.